The police state ends with me, and we made it one more day. Folks, so yesterday I mentioned how I will come back with another video detailing communications with media reporters, of how I communicated with them about yesterday's video titled Bartlesville Police, Proof of Their Crimes. So if you haven't seen that video, please go back and watch it. I'll just show you 3 of the many communications I made to media, and it should go without saying that I did communicate this to a senator as well. Here's a screenshot of my communication with the local Bartlesville Examiner Enterprise reporter Nathan Thompson. Okay, and here's a screenshot of my communication with Fox 23 News of Tulsa, Oklahoma reporter Katie Higgins. Now, Katie Higgins does some reporting in Bartlesville. She's done several, from what I can tell, she's done several reports from Bartlesville. She may be the person assigned here, I don't know. Either way, I communicated with her. Here's a screenshot. Okay, and here's a screenshot of my communication with BartlesvilleWorld.com Facebook page. Now, this is the Bartlesville area site for the Tulsa World newspaper out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Okay. Now ask yourself this now, folks. Will these media sites and reporters ignore this? Will they actually cover for the government and Bartlesville Police and pretend this is not an important story? Or will they show us they are true media and true reporters? Again, like I said yesterday, don't get your hopes up. And I'm not trying to insult those people. I'm just saying, whether it's them or their management or their editors, it seems very obvious that their concern is if they were to report negatively on the Bartlesville Police, then they would stop getting told things by the Bartlesville Police that they can say, breaking news report from the Bartlesville Police says X, Y, and Z. If they go report on this, they're not going to get those calls from the Bartlesville Police anymore, and there goes their newscast. It doesn't take a genius to figure out that that's what's going on here, that it's about money and it's about access. If they report on true Bartlesville Police and Bartlesville and Washington County, Oklahoma corruption, then they won't have access anymore to all those press releases, and they won't have their newscast anymore. But you know what? I don't care about that, and the First Amendment is not meant for you to make money by covering for the government and being a shill. It's meant for you to hold the government and police accountable to the citizens of the United States of America. So while I don't hold ill will towards anyone, I think what you're doing is despicable. Prove me wrong that you're not a despicable person, just fake reporter. Just prove me wrong. I'm not up here trying to insult. I'm talking objectively. Objectively, how could any reporter ignore this? As I've mentioned before, we can't just put our laws and other civil rights and human rights on hold while we beg the police to stop shooting and killing us. We can't just let these things detailed in yesterday's video and other videos happen in this country, not in the United States of America. Simply because the media prefers, if it bleeds, it leads. And government and police crimes just aren't important enough to the media unless they kill one of us. Oh, they'll report on that. But any other type of police or government crime, they just seem to be ignoring. And I shouldn't say just seem to be. Objectively, virtually all the time they're ignoring. Of course, they give us little snacks every once in a while, but if you look, most of the time they ignore things. And please remember, as I've mentioned numerous times, without the media using the First Amendment to hold the government accountable, then corruption happens in our government, in our police. So, and remember, the police are the government. They are the lethal arm of the government. They are also the part of government that contacts more citizens in the United States every day than any other form of government. So please, folks, stop with this, oh, I don't trust the government, but I support the police no matter what they do, no matter how bad they act or how corrupt they are. The police are the government. You cannot separate them. You cannot say, I support the police no matter how bad they act, but I don't trust the government. And I've said several times, I'm not saying I don't love the United States of America. I do. We've simply lost our civil and human rights in Bartlesville, Oklahoma, and Washington County, Oklahoma, and we have to get them back. So, media, please do your job and show the very reason why you, the media, have the First Amendment, freedom of the press, to keep the government in check and hold the government accountable to the citizens of the United States of America. The police state ends with me. And with that said, I'll see you tomorrow.